On this Leo full moon, fiery, fierce, and clear, we reveal our inner power and that it's always been here. This is a lunation of celebration, a chance to take responsibility for the things that we've done, the person we've become, and the future of what we will be. Are you ready to make a genuine, intentional change? Welcome to the Magic is Messy podcast. Sisters and misters, witches and wizards, to all of my freaks, geeks, and mega rad peeps, welcome, or welcome back to the Magic is Messy podcast, where we are playing the game of making a genuine, intentional change. If it is your first time here, I want to say hello. Hi, how are you? Thanks for finding us wherever you found us. I appreciate your listens. Thank you for being a part of the Magic is Messy collective. We're excited to have you. And if you're back for more, score. I just want to say hi and thank you, sending good vibes and high fives to all of you that are joining us again. All of my friends that are joining us again. I appreciate your time and your energy, your loves, your listens, cats and kittens. Boom shakalaka shaka khan. My name is Kitty D, your hostess from the Midwest Coastess. Something like that. Proud Minnesotan from the Kingdom of Prince over here. And thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing, where we're growing, how we're bringing good vibes and ripples of badassery to the world. So I just want to know, are we ready to raise the frequency, chickadees? Because this full moon in Leo is about ready to do that for you. But in order to raise that frequency, we have to realize, we have to be willing to see or gain more awareness around where we have been vibrating in a lower frequency by dimming our light, by dulling our shine, by not speaking up our truth, not speaking up for ourselves or sharing our truth, by playing it motherfucking small. Let's just be real. This is the moon that is going to illuminate and reveal to you, boo, where you have been fucking playing small. Okay? Okay. But before I dive deep, before we get into it, before we get into the thick of the full moon Leo, I just want to take a quick moment to really send some high fives and good vibes and acknowledge those of you that reached out to check in. I want to share my deepest absolute gratitude. Thank you for holding space and sending love to me and my dearly beloved city. What I know is that Prince would be very, very proud of his purple kingdom. So thank you for sending us good vibe boomerangs. It is working. Keep sending them. We are raising the vibe together. We are bringing a new frequency to the world together. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And like I said, thank you for being a part of this podcast. And thank you for reaching out to me to make sure that I was okay. You did not need to do that. And your open heart and your vibrations and boomerangs were not unnoticed. So I just wanted to say thank you from the very, very bottom of my heart. Dig it. Okay, don't you know, we're in the full moon Leo. Yeah, don't you know. As I said a little bit earlier, this lunation is here to raise the frequency. As with every full moon, this is a celebration, culmination, and illumination, a moment of clarity, if you will. And with this clarity, we are being given a big, bright, beautiful spotlight. Now, also, side bay, I don't know, friends, lovers, sisters, brothers, if you know a lot about the lion, but what I know about the lion is that they love the motherfucking spotlight. And this full moon is here to illuminate our integrity of identity and bring crystal clear clarity to how we love, how we create, how we express our truth, and how we relate to being seen. I mean, when you think about being underneath the spotlight, like how does that actually make you feel though? And side bay, this moon is not about the ego, right? Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun is all about, because the sun can't see itself. It just shines and then everything reflects back to it. Just like the moon reflects the sun. So how are we reflecting ourselves in the world? What are we putting out there and how is it being reflected back to us? And do we enjoy the frequency and the vibration of what we are reflecting out into the world? If during the full moon in Leo, we are all the sun, honey buns, just think about that. How are we not relying on the reflection of other people or, as the sun, the other planets to warm us? How are we warming ourselves from the inside out so that we can warm everybody as a whole? Right? Does that connect? Does that visual connect? This moon's vibe in particular is about self-honor and self-worth and self-trust. And most importantly, self-respect, right? R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. Second to me, second to me, second to me. Respect, just a little bit. Hey, baby, just a little bit. It's self-honor, self-worth, self-trust, and self-respect in their highest expression. And this moon is asking you the question nicely, not loud. That's the thing about Leo is everyone's like, oh, roar, how are you going to roar? And I've said that plenty of motherfucking times on this podcast, like, find your roar louder than you did before. And absolutely, those moons back in the day, you can absolutely go and listen to those podcast episodes if you'd like to, dive into more altar correspondence or ways to plug in this and that and the other thing. But what this moon is asking you, not in a loud way, not pushy, not in your face, not aggressive, it's asking you sweetly with its heart open. What do you feel proud to be? Not what you do, boo. I hope you heard the language in that. What do you feel proud to be? Now, full moons are notorious for creating space to reveal what already exists. So instead of asking, who should I become? Which I grapple with that every motherfucking day, right? As we're in this new state of becoming, as we're in this new trying to create a new identity and a new version of ourselves, right? The question is not, who should I become? Let's use this lunation to reframe our brain a little bit and instead ask ourselves, what have I been all along? Oh God, goddess. That makes me want to cry tears of joy. What have I been all along? And under this bright Leo fire light, identity becomes less about a role we play and more about how we are resonating with the frequencies around us. It's not about putting out a perfect, pretty packaged performance, right? Like the character is not it anymore. It's not about characters. It's about caring. Plain and simple. It's not about this pretty package or performance. It's about presence. It's about being present, being there in the moment. And this moon is whispering. So we have to kind of reel back. We have to sit and we have to listen because it's a whisper. Because if it's loud, then it's pushy and it's shovey. But allow this moon to whisper softly to you that you don't have to earn your radiance, sweet soul, sister, mister, listener. You don't have to earn your radiance. You get to remember it. Remember it. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Do you remember? Speaking of Michael Jackson, by the way, in one of my previous episodes, I want to acknowledge that I was incorrect. I was wrong in the information that I put into that podcast. I mentioned the song, You Want to Be Starting Something, You Got to Be Starting Something. And it was, so side note, backstory, just a little bit, tangent, side bay. My fiance, actually, we were listening to that song and he said, hey, do you know what they're saying there? And he told me that it's, when I say it one more time, I'm not going to stop, right? And I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. That's the coolest little bit of tidbit information that I've had lately. Well, I didn't go and fact check that because I trust my fiance, and why would he lie to me, right? And when it comes to songs and lyrics and stuff, like that is my wheelhouse. Like I absolutely love learning new lyrics. I love knowing where I used to fuck up lyrics and now that I can sing the right lyrics, all that jazz. But I put blind faith into what he told me to fit the narrative that I wanted. And that goes to show not only was I wrong, because what he is saying is mama say, mama sa, mama kusa, mama say, mama sa, mama kusa, and Rihanna used it as well. And I want to say thank you to the individual, I'm not going to name names, the individual that reached out and said, hey, stop spreading information or incorrect information. So I want to apologize and also acknowledge that being human, I believed in I put blind faith in something and it fit my narrative. And then I decided to do some educating of myself, some education. And I just wanted to say that is incorrect. So thank you. And also I wanted to call out too on that small side bay before we get back to the episode. In what ways are you putting blind faith into information to fit your narrative? Just wanted to throw that down, simmer with that for a minute. In what ways in your life are you putting blind faith in information to fit a narrative because it's comfortable, because it's exciting, because whatever it may be? So, okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you to that individual that reached out and called me on my shit. And I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, dig it? So back to the episode. Whenever a lioness lunation shines in the sky, for me, take what you need, the rest you can leave. As always, sisters, misters, witches, wizards, I always feel that it's a perfect time to reevaluate. Reevaluate ways that maybe I've been falling into traps of competition or comparison or seeking attention in ways that don't feel authentic. Or maybe there's just this deep need for outward validation. I need people to see me. And on the low end of the vibrational spectrum, the king of the jungle, the lion, can be a little bit of a drama queen. And what I mean by that is sometimes we create characters or roles in our lives that are not exactly coming from a place of honesty and authenticity. Instead, they're coming from a place of insecurity, a fear of being ignored, or a fear of being unseen, or a fear of being rejected, or even more so, the fear that if we are actually our most true and vulnerable selves, we may be told we are too much, leaving us with the constant question of, am I even good enough to begin with? Am I good enough? So this full moon right now, this full moon, right here, right now, at this moment in our current timeline, this full moon is giving us a safe space to really feel into what's being revealed. Leo rules the heart chakra. So being aware that this moon might feel crunchy, might feel overly sensitive. Not that full moons aren't usually overly sensitive as the emotions are rising to the top, so we can illuminate what we desire to eliminate. This moon may feel just a bit more tender. And be conscious that any corrections or criticisms or anything that people are trying to bring to you, any helpful input or whatever, might feel like an attack, because we are so much more soft in our hearts. Our hearts need more time and space in this moment. So being aware that we may be more tender with other people also gives us the space to be more tender with ourselves. This moon is illuminating where we may be dimming ourselves in order to belong, maybe to fit in or stay in society's lane. This moon could be illuminating where we crave appreciation or where we may reshape ourselves for approval. Maybe where we are withholding our joy because joy feels like a distraction rather than something that is the foundation of who we actually are. And this moon might be showing you or revealing where you are waiting for someone to give you permission to feel proud of yourself. Well, guess what, chicken butt? Yeah, Chicken butt. I said it. Guess what, chicken butt? This motherfucking line is here to tell you. Here to tell you that you can give yourself permission. Yes, you, boo. I'm talking to you. You. In a world that is full of distraction and distortion and competition and comparison, you, boo, can give yourself permission to be seen without any explanation, to lead from love instead of fear, to feel joy without justifying it, to celebrate yourself, to create without any specific outcomes, to be authentic without any apology, to choose pleasure for the sake of pleasure, and to shine instead of survive. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I stay alive. I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give. And I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. Yes! Leo, rar. Leo is the unedited inner child of the zodiac. So during this lunation, if you're feeling the need to play, then hey, you must be tuned to the moon, baby. And that inner child, I want you to kind of bring it back to your inner child. When's the last time you did any inner child work, by the way? Because your inner child can open the door and unlock things that we have suppressed or things that we have forgotten, right? When you work with your inner child or allow your inner child to shine through or allow your inner child to speak for you, you may trip on things that you loved before you learned how to filter yourself. Or maybe the ways that you let your true self shine through before the world got to you. That kind of an idea. When you work with your inner child, you find ways that you expressed yourself before self-consciousness set in. Express yourself, hey, hey. So, ruling the fifth house. Leo rules the fifth house of creativity and self-expression and confidence and courage and taking up motherfucking space. Leo is a fixed fire sign, which is a bold, powerful, charismatic, passionate, magnetizing energy. So what would it feel like to finally allow the full embodiment of that energy? When I say powerful and charismatic and passionate and magnetizing, like, does that feel good to your body? Does it scare you? Does it turn you away? Does it make your pulse beat faster? How do you embody those vibrations? Because those are already in you, by the way. All of those vibrations, all those frequencies, all of those energies are already a part of you. And this moon is going to reveal how we have been suppressing those energies. Because once we are aware of how we are suppressing and dimming and dulling our light, that then creates room, right? Because just like a shadow, side bay, just like a shadow, shadows never go away. But when you shine light on them, you become aware of them, and then you can react in a different way because of that awareness. So if you are then aware of how you've been dimming and dulling, boo, then that creates a space to move into reintegrating joy, the joys you felt in childhood, or re-sparking passions that you may have forgotten about. Or even better, realigning yourself back to the version of you that felt unapologetically alive. Because that in a nutshell is kind of what this moon is about. It's about witnessing ourselves first. It is about recognizing ourselves first and acknowledging and applauding ourselves first. I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause. APPLAUSE. Did you know that's what she spelled right there, by the way? I didn't know that until about 3 months ago. And I did check that one out, and it totally is legit. That is the lyric, APPLAUSE. And being Lady Gaga, let's just call that out. Like, Lady Gaga is unapologetic as fuck, right? Meat suits, fucking, have you seen this woman? Gaga changed the game. I dare you to change my mind. Try to change my mind about that. Gaga changed the motherfucking game by being unapologetic and authentic. Like, yes, I get it. Lady Gaga is a character, is a role, but the way that she is coming forward and the way that she is showing herself and shining gives other people a place to be the monsters that they've always wanted to be, right? So, and speaking of Gaga, like, abracadabra, abracadabra, feel the beat under your feet, the floor is on fire. Abracadabra, another side bay. Abracadabra literally translates from an ancient Aramaic charm to I create as I speak. What I say comes into being. And that just makes me want to remind you, sweet soul, that words are spells and language is extremely powerful. So working with our language, working with the way that we witness, recognize, acknowledge, and applaud ourselves, starting with the words we say inside, right? That is where your power starts, is in your mind, in your body, in yourself. You have everything you need to have everything you need. It is all inside of you, boo. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. Cool. Now, collectively, I have a couple prompts for you, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're gonna get into some mini rituals, and then we're gonna get into a big ritual, and then I'm gonna let you go because your time is super duper precious. But before I do that, if you are looking for a collective, a community, a vibration, if you want a safe, sacred space to simmer in, if you need to just be with people that are on the same vibrational wavelength as you, on Wednesday, February 4th at 7 p.m. CST, we have a full moon Zoom boom for the Leo lunation. Now, we are going to be doing a pathworking practice, and a pathworking practice is a very vibrant guided visualization practice, because we as a community can create ripples. When we as a community come together to send out big, badass, super intentional boomerangs together, that's when ripples of change happen. So not only are we going to be guided in a path working to work on our own subconscious and, step into the spotlight type of an idea, but included in this full moon Zoom boom, we are also going to be doing a collective visualization to cover the world with love, with real, authentic understanding, compassion, empathy, and calling back to our world the vibrations that we want to see and feel and be a part of. So that, again, it's by donation based. Get your butt into that Zoom room, booze. I want to see you. I want to commune with you. I crave community and this collective, and this is the way that I can move things forward, and this is the way that I can contribute. So, like I said, donation-based, Wednesday, February 4th at 7 p.m. CST, right on MagicisMessy.com, the front, right on the front page, baby, right on the front page, right there is the Full Moon Zoom Boom sign-up registration. There's also the 1 week witch that we're starting in February, and then the application for the 1 year witch is currently live. Dig it, dig it. Okay, so here are some collective prompts for y'alls. Collectively, the full moon is asking these questions. And I lovingly challenge, take what you need, the rest you can leave. I lovingly challenge you to simmer in these words, to actually listen and feel into which ones are sparking something inside of you. Where are you allowing your radiance to go unwitnessed? Who are you actually when you're not performing? How much of your identity has been shaped by productivity, survival, or fear? Where do you feel overly sensitive to criticism, correction, or constructive input? How do you reshape yourself for approval or minimize yourself for acceptance? What feels joyful and real and exciting to you, even if no one is watching or clapping? And most importantly, what are you quietly proud of? And how can you be more outwardly proud of that? Yeah? A couple of those questions hit me when I was feeling through them. Yeah, like who are you actually when you're not performing? Side bay, little background story. I've been a performer since I was 3 years old. I started dance classes when I was 3, and I've been singing and dancing my way through life ever since. I've been a part of multiple bands. I was Apollonia in a Prince band for 7 years. I've been a teacher. I've been a choreographer. I've been a leader. I've been a workout instructor. I've been in a spotlight for most of, if not all of, my life. And when you ask these questions, you know, I'm assuming most of you out there are not like professional performers, and it doesn't mean you don't have to be a professional performer in order to ask yourself these questions. When I think of performing, it's not necessarily like the characters I put on or what have you. I mean, I have drag characters. I have Christopher Tracy. I have my sexy little Bayonette character. There are so many characters that I've created. I literally get to do impersonations of Prince and Cyndi Lauper and Cher and Britney Spears and Gwen Stefani, like all of these people, right? You put on all these masks and you wear these roles and you put on all these layers so that people can't get to the real gooey, chocolatey, caramely center of who you actually are and who you can be. So when you ask yourself, who am I actually when I'm not performing? That's going to take some courage. And Leo vibe is all about courage. Courage and communication and compassion, and really, really taking a moment to just be honest with yourself, be authentic with yourself. You don't have to do it for anybody else, just you. It's all you. This moon is about you, boo. Yep, and you get to ask yourself those questions and see what flame sparks or where you feel it in your body. Or what part of you closes down, or what part of you opens up, or what part of you feels scared, what part of you feels alive. So ask yourself those questions and just be willing to simmer in them, because you deserve that. And you deserve to give yourself that space in which to do that. Yeah? Okay, cool. Glad I got that off my chest. Thanks. Okay, so let's dive into a couple mini rituals. And also there are, the magic board is also available on MagicisMessy.com. The magic board is kind of like a bingo board. It's got 24 little squares of ways that you can immediately plug into the vibration of the full moon in Leo. So that's available. If you want to go and grab that, awesome. But here are a couple mini rituals that you can do if you want to plug in a little bit more deeply. And then I'll get into the stand in your spotlight ritual, and then I will let you go. But before I do that, I just want to say, hey, if it's your first time here, welcome. Feel free to reach out. Feel free to, go to the website, MagicisMessy.com, and poke around a little bit, see what we're doing, see what we're up to. And feel free to reach out. Like I said, send me a DM or follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Magicismessy. And tell me how you found us. Tell me where you came from. How'd you hear about the show? And also, how does the show make you feel? I love to hear people's first impressions. I love to hear what people think. And also, if you've been listening to this for a long time, I just want to say thank you for reaching out. To all of you that are leaving Spotify comments and saying, hey, thanks for being more authentic and vulnerable. I can't tell you how much that means to me and how much it warms my heart. And this show is changing, yes, a little bit, but it's still bringing you actionable, real ways in which to pull magic into your life, in which to plug into to make a genuine, intentional change in your life and practice the art of magic. So, I just want to say thanks. Like, I don't think I can say it enough. I feel like I say it a lot, but I feel like I don't say it enough. So thanks. Thanks a whole bunch of gratitude. Pew, 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 pew. Brrr, pew, pew. Gratitude vibes. All right, mini rituals. Number 1. You can choose beauty on purpose. Like that regal royal queen energy. You know what I'm saying? You can intentionally wear something you love, whether it be a texture, a color, an accessory, something that has a symbolism of power to you, of self-love, of self-honor, self-respect, self-worth. You can play music while you're doing mundane things. Literally, you're just bringing beauty into your life. You can light a candle before you go to work or before your day starts and whisper to the flame what you want to welcome into your life. Because choosing beauty is not about productivity. It's about adding a little bit more play into your day and stopping to be present, right? It's not about performance. It's about presence. It's not about playing a role. It's about resonance. So choosing beauty on purpose, however that comes in your life, or even just stopping and being in the moment and looking and being like, wow, the sun shining on my face for 60 seconds is so fucking rad. It's so badass. And then giving gratitude for that beauty. So that's one that you can do. Another one you can do is to speak one truth out loud, because it starts with that one step. Speaking one truth out loud. And it doesn't have to be loud. When I say out loud, I mean authentically and honestly, because I think that's a misconception about, the lion. Like, oh, they're there and they're the spotlight and they're the queen and they take up the room and they always need the spotlight and this and that and the other thing. But honesty and authenticity and true, real love does not need to be loud. It just needs to be honest. So speaking one truth out loud, such as, I'm proud of myself, or I'm feeling heavy, or, my truth is I'm a motherfucking goddess witch. So whatever truth that may be, just speak it out loud. And maybe utilize this full moon lunation into the next new moon of Aquarius, that roughly 2 week period. Speak one truth out loud. And just for a couple seconds, sink into your feelings and name what it is you're feeling. Instead of numbing your feelings, name your feelings. Lexi, that one is for you, boo. Dig it? Dig it. How about giving out random compliments, right? Just hand them out. Why not? Here, high fives, good vibes, change lives. Your home, your city. I love my city, by the way. Love my motherfucking city. Your home, your city, your car, your kid, a stranger, giving random compliments feels good. And fuck, like, why not yourself? When's the last time you gave yourself a random compliment? Like, you looked in the mirror and be like, damn, that eyeliner is on fleek. Or, ooh, my eyebrow's looking good today. Or, man, I feel strong. I feel powerful. I feel confident. I feel sexy. I am proud of myself for whatever it may be. Give random compliments. Random compliments are so badass. And they come back tenfold. It's amazing. I started the high five challenge. I used to be, like I mentioned, a leader of workout classes. Hell yeah. Loved it. High five fit, because high fives and good vibes change lives. That was my slogan. Still is my slogan. I have a tattoo of the logo. Like, it's still a part of me. But when I was a leader or a workout instructor, a coach, if you will, I created the high five challenge. And it literally was so simple as, when you're going through your day, ask people if they're accepting high fives and give them one. And it's amazing how you can pull people out of their doldrums, it's amazing the eyes that light up when you just take a moment to acknowledge someone's presence with something as simple as a high five. And man alive, those high fives rippled out, and it really created a movement. And I was so proud of my squad. So here, hey, you know what? Here we go. Challenge, y'all. Tell me if you're in. You're going to do the high five challenge. You are going to bring random compliments, or you are going to stop a stranger and say, hey, are you accepting high fives? Or, hey, I love your shoes, or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be a high five. It's the same idea, though, that you are stopping someone in their tracks and bringing to them a little bit of sunshine. And then you get to reflect, they reflect that sunshine back to you. Like I said earlier, the sun, Leo the sun, doesn't see itself, or doesn't know its reflection, doesn't know its warmth until it's being reflected back to itself. So imagine that reflection loop that you could create in your life, and imagine how you can raise your frequency and your vibration in just that small yet super duper big way. Yeah? All right. Tangent side bay. Thank you. The next one, rest as an act of rebellion and self-devotion. This has a lot to do with energetic hygiene, kind of. And actually, the the next episode that Ace and I are doing, be on the lookout for it, is what the fuck is energetic hygiene? So rest as an act of rebellion and self-devotion. Take a bath or shower. And during that bath or shower, utilize it as energetic hygiene, right? Water, clear from me, all the bullshit negativity, wash it down the drain, never to be seen again. Clearing your space, cleaning and clearing your energy with intention. That is what energetic hygiene is. And we're going to dive much more deeply into practices you can put into your practice to continuously, consistently practice energetic hygiene. Side note, take a bath or a shower. And then after that, and do this slowly, by the way, I challenge you to do it slowly. In a world of instant gratification and fast-paced life, I challenge you with love to do this as slowly as possible. Take a bath or a shower and utilize energetic hygiene within it. And then moisturize yourself slowly, lovingly, intentionally. And then go to bed early as an act of self-honor, an intentional act of honoring yourself. Because this moon is not about effort. It's not about doing. It's not about the do, boo-boo. It's about embodiment. So grant yourself permission, or if you need someone else's permission or validation, I grant you permission to go to bed early. Be like, sorry kids, Kitty said I could. It's not like that, but I give you permission, you give you permission. We as a collective give each other permission to take it slowly. I just wanna take it nice and slow. I've been waiting for this for so long. Making love until the sun comes up. Baby, I just wanna take it nice and slow. I don't know where that one came from, but you're welcome. You're welcome, Kitty. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Next, create cool shit with no expected outcome. That one's difficult for me. As a performer, creator, I've always felt like my creations are for the world to see. And pulling back and just creating for me, that's going to be difficult, but I accept the challenge. Challenge accepted. Because when you're creating from a place of knowing, like super knowing that no one is going to see this shit but you. Not shit. No one's going to see it but you, boo. It's not for posting. It's not for any specific purpose. What would it feel like to create just for pleasure? Pleasure principle. Who's the principle of pleasure? When I was 17, I think I've sang that one on the podcast before. Love Janet. Hi, Janet. Pleasure principle. Give yourself permission to create cool stuff just for pleasure. Yeah? That's a very rebellious thing to do, and a very connect with your inner child thing to do too. So if you don't want to work on your inner child at all, or just a little bit, just a little bit, a little bit more, connect into your inner child to get creative, which a badass. Get creative. This is the moon of creative expression anyway, right? We're really nailing down how we're being creative and courageous, and how we are creating space for our authentic self to come through. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Give a little bit of gratitude. Give a little bit of gratitude. That one didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but give a little bit of gratitude to yourself. Gratitude to other people, awesome, cool. And when's the last time you stopped and gave gratitude to yourself? Maybe some of you do that all the time, and cheers to you. I applaud. Applause, applause, applause. Cheers to you. And if you don't, here is a little mini ritual that you can do to plug into the moon. Hey, too legit. Giving yourself gratitude by writing down one way that you've grown, one way that you shine, one way that you've stayed true to yourself, and one way that you show up with your whole entire heart. And write those down and put them on your altar, or put them in a sacred space, or put them in a space where you can go grab it when you really, really need it. When you're feeling like, ooh, I need outward validation, ooh, competition, ooh, comparison, ooh, distraction, ooh, distortion, whatever it may be, chickadee. Write it down and keep it in a space where you can have it safe and sacred. One way you've grown, one way you shine, one way you've stayed true to yourself, and one way you show up with your whole entire heart. Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. Let's see. What did I miss? What are we looking to do? Let's get into our, you got my notes. Always the notes, y'all. Always the notes. The next thing I'm going to share is the stand in the spotlight ritual. And that is going to be the end of our episode. But before I do that, once again, I just want to say thank you for your subscribes, your supports, your listens, your shares. And if you in any way, shape, or form enjoy this podcast and you've been listening to it for a really long time, or maybe this is your first time, I would love to ask you to share with people who you think desire and deserve to also hear these words, share this message, and would like to become a part of a collective. And like, you don't have to interact with us to be a part of the collective. Like, you just listening to these episodes makes you a part of the collective. What do you know? What do you know, Kokomo? So if you have someone that you think is a super rad witch, wizard, sister, mister, friend, lover, sister, brother, please, if you would, please send this to them. Dig it? That's a way that you can support us that doesn't cost anything. Love don't cost a thing. If you want to get your mental, if you want to know. Okay, J-Lo, I've had enough of you. All right, the stand in the spotlight ritual. Dig it, Miss Kitty. I would like for you to get one candle. And that's it. That's all you need for this ritual. It's simple and powerful. And that's what we're trying to do here during this full moon of Leo. Simple and powerful. Keep it simple, starseed. Simple is powerful. One candle, preferably gold or white, or your practice is your practice, whatever feels right. And I would like you to light that candle and sit or stand very tall, very confident, very powerful, and just sit or stand in that power stance for a while until you start to feel the embodiment of your inner power coming from you and seeping out into the world. And when you start to feel this embodiment of power, when you start to feel that confidence and that inner knowing that, yeah, I am pretty fucking cool. Yeah, because you are. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You are. Put one hand on your heart. Leo rules the heart chakra. And one on your belly. Leo also rules the spine. So we're standing nice and tall, nice and confident tall. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and say, I am here. I am willing to be seen. And then let that fucking land. Feel what comes up for you when you say, I am willing to be seen. Do emotions flow? Does something get activated in your body? Do you feel like you start to close off and sink in? Or do you feel like you start to open up and shine more? I am here. I am willing to be seen. And let it land and feel your way through it. Allow it. And after you've simmered in that badassery for a while, then we move into reclaiming our radiance. Take what you need, the rest you can leave. You can say, if you want to, I call my energy back from where I've dimmed, dulled, or delayed my truth. And then be present to that as well. Allowing the full spectrum of awareness to feel your essence flowing back into your energetic field. You are, with intention, with power, with conviction, calling back your essence and your radiance to your energetic field and saying, wherever I left it, doesn't matter. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah. And you can even go further in this too. If it's not even about saying the words. Words are spells, right? Abracadabra, abracadabra. I create with my words. You can go even further by visualizing all of your vibrance and your essence rushing back to you. Almost like it's been waiting, like, oh, it's about damn time, and rushing back to you. Like, imagine an excited puppy just running at you full speed, like, ah, I'm so excited. Imagine your energy flying on its broomstick back to you after missing you for so motherfucking long. And just simmer in how rad that feels. It makes me smile. Like, I feel like I have a Grinch smile on right now. It makes me smile even thinking about calling my energy back to me in that excited, childlike, whimsical, puppy tail wagging way. So you can even go further with the reclaiming your radiance by visualizing all of your essence and energy coming back to you and filling you up. Like, breathe it in. Oh, it feels so good. Breathe in your precious, priceless energy and allow it to come back to you. Give it permission to come back to you. Doesn't matter what, you don't even know where you left it. You don't need to know where you left it with old lovers, old jobs, old. That's the key word. Old, bitches, old. Now we're moving into new, boo. Okay. Then we're going to name our commitment without any explanation. What are you committing to now in this full moon? As this moon is illuminating, what are you committing to? I allow myself to embody blank. I give myself permission to shine as blank. I choose to honor blank. And these are just starting points. What is a commitment that you are making to yourself as you stand in your power? As you now feel all of your energy that has just excitedly made its way back to you. Finally, I missed you. Oh my God, I missed you so much. Now you get to commit with no explanation by using words and then embodying it. Like, what you choose it with words. For example, I allow myself to embody blank, or I give myself permission to shine as blank. Then, what is the boundary you are going to keep in order to stay committed to that? Or what is the practice that you are going to continue in order to stay committed to that? What is the truth that you're going to speak aloud every day to solidify that commitment? Or in what ways are you going to allow pleasure in order to give space for that commitment to thrive and grow? And then we're going to seal this intention. And Leo is all about embodiment, not about effort. It's not about what we're doing. It's about what we're being and what we get to be because we allow ourselves to be. What do we then get to become because of it? Right? Like when I said in the very first beginning, in the little kitty ditty at the top, right? We are celebrating taking responsibility for the things we've done, the person we've become, and the future of what we will be. So look at the flame and say, if you choose, say, I remember my radiance, or I allow my authenticity, or I give myself permission to just be present. And then you're going to lock it in by moving your body, by literally in that moment embodying it, by smiling, by rolling your shoulders back, by taking a confident step forward, by sitting up tall again and straightening your spine. Whatever feels powerful in that moment, doing anything with your body with intention is going to seal and lock in that intention. And that is what I wish for you. I wish a space and want to actively create a sacred space for you to feel powerful, for you to feel held and seen and recognized and acknowledged and witnessed. And you get to create that space for yourself first. And isn't that a beautiful, beautiful thing that we can all share together during this full moon lunation in Leo? Yes, dig it, dig it, dig it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you. I know I kind of flip-flop back around here, there, everywhere, but guess what? We all ended up in the exact same spot, and that is right here together. So I want to say one more time, maybe I say it enough, maybe I don't say it enough, whatever. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude. And moving forward, I hope to see some new faces. I hope to see some old friends. I hope to see a lot of you magic makers from all over the world that are listening. I would love to see your faces on the full moon Zoom booms. Like I said earlier, we have one on Wednesday, February 4th at 7 p.m. CST. It is donation based, and you can sign up for it on the front page, MagicisMessy.com. We are making messes, and we are not apologizing for it. And what I mean by mess is we are digging in deep, and we're getting vulnerable, and we're getting honest, and we're being authentic, and we are stripping away the roles and the characters and the performance mindset in order to be present, in order to resonate on a different frequency, and in order to raise the vibration of the world around us. So I hope to see you. Thank you so much for the listens, cats and kittens. I'm so grateful to have this platform and this podcast. And I want to acknowledge all of you for being a part of it too. I look forward to seeing you for the next moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.